Hey there and welcome. Today we're stepping inside the blood bank. We're going to take a look at the absolute gold standard for one of the most critical jobs in all of medicine, making sure every single blood transfusion is safe. If you've ever worked in a lab, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You get a result back and it just doesn't add up. It's a puzzle, and when you're dealing with a patient's life, it is a puzzle you have to solve, period. Because in the blood bank, that puzzle, it's not some fun little brain teaser. An unexpected reaction, a confusing result, every single one of those question marks is a moment where a patient's safety is literally on the line. The responsibility is just immense. Honestly, every patient sample that comes across your bench is a potential medical mystery, and solving it, well, that takes precision, it takes deep knowledge, and it really takes the skills of a top-notch detective. You have to navigate this incredibly complex world of immunohematology to guarantee every unit of world is a perfect, safe match. So how do you get the tools to solve these mysteries with absolute confidence every single time? Well, that's what we're going to dive into. A resource that's designed to be your definitive guide, your playbook for being that blood bank detective. And look, this isn't just about reading theory from a textbook. This is about equipping every one of you, every medical detective at the bench, with a standardized toolkit, a set of proven methods that are the bedrock of transfusion safety and, let's be real, save lives every single day. And this right here, this is why it matters so much. The entire course is built right on the AABB Technical Manual, the ultimate authority in the field. This quote says it all, doesn't it? Standardization isn't about being rigid, it's about patient safety. When everyone does the same thing, the same way, you get results you can bet your life on. Okay, let's open up the case file. Our investigation is going to follow 4 key steps. First, we have to decode the most important piece of evidence, the blood type. Then we're going on a hunt for hidden culprits, those unexpected antibodies. After that, we'll confirm everything with the final cross-match. And finally, we'll map out your path to becoming the expert investigator. All right, first up, the absolute foundation of everything we do. Getting the ABO and Rh type right is the single most critical step in pre-transfusion testing. A mistake here isn't just a small error. It can lead to a catastrophic and even fatal immune reaction. So what happens when the evidence just doesn't line up? This is a classic blood bank mystery, an ABO discrepancy. Your test on the patient's red cells says one thing, but the test on their serum says something completely different. You cannot move forward until this is solved, and that takes a standardized, rock-solid procedure. And this is that procedure, pulled directly from Method 2.4 in the AABB Manual. It gives you a clear, logical path. The course walks you through this exact process. First, you recheck your work. Then you get fresh evidence with a new sample. You look into the patient's history for clues, like a real detective. And finally, you check for any other interfering suspects. It's a system that turns total confusion into crystal clarity. And the course is really comprehensive. It covers everything from the quick slide test, which is useful but has its limits, all the way to the more sensitive and standard tube and microplate tests that are, really the foundation of modern blood banking. Okay, let's move on to the next phase of our investigation. Once you've locked down the blood type, the hunt begins for any unexpected antibodies. These are the hidden culprits that could cause a serious transfusion reaction if they go undetected. The number one tool for this search is the indirect antiglobulin test, or the IAT. The best way to think about it is like a mini transfusion right there in a test tube. It's the cornerstone technique we use to find potentially dangerous antibodies in a patient's plasma before they ever have a chance to cause trouble in the body. And the course gets into the really important details, like the different IAT enhancement methods, saline, LIS, and PEG. These are basically reagents that help encourage the antibodies and antigens to react. It's like turning up the volume on the test to make it way more sensitive. Knowing which one to use is key to finding even those really tricky low-level antibodies. And this brings us to the climax of the whole process, the final compatibility test. This is the last checkpoint. It's the final verdict that confirms a unit of blood is absolutely safe to transfuse. Now, this right here is a perfect example of that standardization we were talking about. This table, it's straight out of the AABB manual, and it shows you exactly how to grade the strength of a reaction. This ensures that a 2+ reaction in your lab means the exact same thing as a 2+ in any other lab, anywhere. It's a shared, precise language that is absolutely vital for patient safety. Of course, none of these tests mean anything without rigorous quality control. The course really hammers home these critical background procedures, things like calibrating your centrifuge, monitoring temperatures, validating your reagents. It's this meticulous behind-the-scenes work that gives you and the doctors who rely on you total confidence in every single result. So we've looked at the methods and the procedures, but this is about more than just technique. This is about your path to mastery. It's about transforming you into that confident, go-to expert at the bench that everyone trusts. So who is this for? Well, whether you're an MLS student just starting out, a new tech trying to build your skills, a nursing professional who wants to understand the process better, or frankly, just anyone interested in this amazing, life-saving field, this course was designed with you in mind. And here's maybe the most important detail of all. The cost to get access to this expert-level ABB-based training, zero. Nothing. This entire resource is completely free. You can literally get started right now. The course is called The Gold Standard, and it's available on the Immunohematology Made Easy Academy. Enrollment is open, and like I said, it is totally free. So, I'll just leave you with this one question. The next time a really challenging case lands on your bench, with conflicting results and a patient who is waiting, will you have the gold standard you need to solve that mystery? Now you know exactly where to find it.